Hi y'all, it's me. I'm here on behalf of Diemond Dies as part of their design team. For those who don't know, Diemond Dies makes steel rule dies in many shapes and sizes for all your crafting needs. I will put the link down below for their shop, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. On their shop, you can go now. I believe the sale that is currently there is in place maybe through tonight or through tomorrow. We don't know yet, but it was a Valentine's Day sale. So right now, I know it's there because I just checked. So if you're going to shop and buy dies, today's the day to do it. If you use the code THANKSGina on your order of $35 or more, you will receive 10% more off and free shipping. And the bundle right now, after all discounts applied, will come out to $124.20. That's for 12 die sets of our new releases and free shipping. So it's quite the deal. So go check that out. And then on the Facebook page, there's a card challenge or card swap. It's signups are till March the 6th. So you want to go do that if you want to make a card and swap with someone. And check out all the activities. Usually whatever's going on at Diemond Dies, you'll find on their Facebook page and their YouTube channel. So that said, let me show you which dies I've used this week in my project. I used the word die set 1. I believe I used the word dream out of this one. I used the button die, and I think I only used the heart one right there. I used the nesting tags die. Love these. I love the sets that have multiple of the same sizes. They're perfect to work with. I used the Labels 2 top note nesting dies right here. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm off camera just a hair. And then I used the circle die set, and there's so many to choose from. There's some missing out of this because I'm going to show you how to make what I did when I'm done showing you what I made. So that said, let me show you. The other product I used here is Fun Foam. I used some flowers and paper and some other stuff. You'll see in just a moment. So right now, we all know that shakers are all the rage, and I have been making shakers forever. I used to have a child care center, and I used to make them with my children way back when for their parents and stuff for holidays and whatnot. And so when I saw them come back around again, I'm going, oh, here we go again. Shakers are back. So anyway, I thought when I saw the popularity, let me get over here and use these dies to make these beautiful shakers that are ever so popular. So the first set I used was this one here, and here's what I created. And as you can see, it's got all its little shaker stuff in there, and everything moves around nicely and nothing gets stuck on the edges and whatever. It's got flowers and bling, and on the edges I've glued some flat back pearls and the backing here. So that's the first one that I've made. And then the second one that I've made is this round one using the circle die, which is this one here. And as you can see, this one has lace sandwiched between the layers. It also has a stamped word here that I cut out, butterflies, some flowers. All the shaky stuff is in there. Now, if you notice on this one, oh, I used the XOXO from the word die as well. You can see that right there. For this one, I stamped this Cupid and I adhered it to the acetate with some glossy accents because I didn't want that to move around. I wanted it to stay stationary, and I wanted just the filling to move around. So I have that there, and then the flowers in the front. And for the last one, I used the nesting tag, this set here, and I created this one, which is so cute for Easter. This one has the word dream in there. I cut out of gold paper. There's the button from the button die in there. This one I used some punch to punch out the stars, added some gold ribbon. I added some flat trim in between the layers there. And as you can see, it's really, really cute. So, and everything just moves so nicely in these. And like I said, the stuff does not get stuck because of the Fun Foam. So let me explain to you a couple of ways to do this. I didn't cut them out because I was totally not thinking when I was preparing for this video. I like my pattern paper and the back backing paper to be on cardstock, chipboard rather. I use a very thin, like cereal weight chipboard. I glue the paper onto the chipboard, and then I cut out my shapes. So that's what I did. I didn't do it for the sample, but that's how I do mine. I like the stiffness of the chipboard. So in my, I want to show you how I select my dies. So I took this die here, as I wanted that to be the final size of my shaker. And then because this set, the dies are so close in size, I went and skipped 2 more, 1, 2, and I took the third one, which is this one here. And that's how big my window of my shaker will be. So in this set, for example, if you were going to use, let's say this one, I would only skip 1 die and take the next one because there's a lot of space in between these. They're not as tightly together as the circles are. So I lay this on my die cutting machine and I center this one like that in the middle. And then I cut a couple of things with this pattern here that's showing. And actually, if you have a magnetic plate, it's better to use that because then the dies stay put and they don't move around. So the first thing you want to cut will be your backing. And, well, excuse me, that's wrong. I lied. The first thing you're going to want to cut is your foam. Now, if you notice, this foam is extremely thin, and the one I showed you at the beginning is a little bit thicker. So depending on the thickness determines how many of these you're going to want and how deep you want your little box to be where the shaker stuff is going to go. So for the sample, I only cut the 1. And I also cut the pattern paper that was glued to the chipboard. 1. There you go. That's those 2 items. That's what you need to cut with that scenario right there. The next thing you need to do is take away the middle one, or the smaller of the 2, and cut your background that has been glued to chipboard as well. Right there. You want to cut that out. And you want to cut your acetate with that same circle. So you should have about 4 pieces, depending again on the thickness of your fun foam. Now, I use fun foam instead of foam tape, which many people use, because to me, the ingredients of your shaker doesn't get stuck like it does on tape. On tape, that foam tape, when you shake your stuff around, it doesn't move because it gets caught up in all that stuff and it drives me kooky. So fun foam allows that not to happen. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your backing, set it down. The next thing you're going to want to do is adhere your fun foam. Now, again, if you have 1 or glue 1. If you have 4 layers thick, then glue the 4 down. When you do glue it, make sure that this edge here, the inner edge, is glued down really well. I suggest using a hot glue gun or wet glue like Scotch Quick Dry or Glossy Accents, anything that dries and dries non-tacky, because again, that will keep all your shaker stuff from getting stuck. So go ahead and do that next. You're going to layer up how many you need for the depth of the box that you want to create. And then you need to decide, am I going to put lace on the inside, or am I going to put a border like this on the outside? How am I going to do it? If you want to do the lace, now you would need to glue the lace down because it needs to sandwich in between all of the layers. As you can kind of see here, it's kind of sandwiched. And that's what you want to happen. You want it to be sandwiched. So once you get your lace on, then you determine what you're going to put in there and put it in, fill it all in. The next thing you're going to do is glue down your acetate right on that top of that whole thing. And now everything's in place, your stuff should be in there and everything's good to go. And then you glue on your final layer. And then you embellish it as you like. So basically that's how I do it. Give it a go, give it a try. It can't hurt. All you can do is don't like the technique or you like it. But I'm sure you'll like it. It's awesome. And when you're done and you have these pretty little shakers, you can add these to the fronts of gift bags. You can add them to the fronts of greeting cards. You can put them in photo albums. You could do whatever with them. There's so many things. You could even put another layer back here and cut this on a fold so that it creates a card and make it a card in itself, you know, so that would be another cute way to do that. So anyway, just have fun with it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it was easy to explain, understand rather. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to even ask me. Just ask me. So until next time, do what makes you happy. I'll see y'all later. Bye for now.